Hi, I'm Akash Chakraborty, part of the team here at Chaitown community. Welcome to a very special episode of Taxi Chalo. Today I'm going to take you to Lizard Skin Studios, which is a tattoo studio, and we are going to be interviewing a legend in the tattoo circuit of Kolkata, and I'm going to be getting my second tattoo. So we're also going to be doing like an interview throughout that session. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, hi, Niloy.
Hi,
Nice to
hello
finally meet
Akash.
you.
Same here.
I guess let's preface this with, the basic, of course. Introduce yourself and your time in Kolkata. We at Chaitown love Kolkata more than anything else. And whether it's an artist, a business owner, or a practitioner that's in coaching, that's in fitness, we're all for that.
Okay.
And art is a big part of what we do.
That's
So
lovely.
I was very interested to meet you. So could you tell me a little bit about who you are?
Okay, so I'm Niloy Das, basically. So I've been tattooing for the last 15 years. Lizard Skin soon gonna complete 15 years in August. And I have been into music before and definitely into painting from my childhood days because my dad is also a painter and he always wanted me to pursue painting. And that's how I'm into art. And yeah, later I thought like, why not doing something different than just painting on canvas or books, but why not on a skin which is live?
What year did you start tattooing?
I started during the end of 2009
Okay.
with my handmade tattoo machine because that time getting access to professional tattoo machines were very difficult because we couldn't directly import to India and stuff like that. So
you made your own tattoo gun?
yes, I have it with me here as well. It's still intact. I made that, and that's how I started. Later on, I got to get hold of like Chinese tattoo machines and stuff. Later, suppliers were introduced to India. Like they introduced like professional equipments which we can buy easily nowadays.
Right.
So yeah, that's how I got into the business.
Okay. Before we proceed, just tell us what's happening here today.
So yeah, as you wanted a piece here, so it's the preparation time, and then I'm gonna set up my stuff, and yeah, then we are good to go.
Let's go. Let's start. I'll just be asking questions as you're going through the process.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so if you do you have your design on your phone?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Let me check the placement first as you want to balance. It's better if you can stand up for a while.
Yeah. I'll be fine.
Keep both your arms. Want to check in the mirror if everything is fine?
I trust you.
Just let me trust myself more. That looks good?
Yeah.
All right, have a seat. Okay, we didn't get time to fill up the form, but check the expiry date. And later I will have to just sign a consent form.
Could you give me a timeline of your time here in Kolkata?
I'm born and brought up in Kolkata itself.
Okay.
So, yeah, studied here. I was into music back in the days, but was definitely into painting from my childhood days because my dad was a painter. He wanted me to pursue painting, and I was also fond of music kind of stuff. So it was two things together I was doing. Later, there has been a time that I had to step into one. Otherwise, sailing in two boats at the same time was difficult. Uh, yeah, then like I started tattooing in the year 2009, and but I did music and tattooing both together till 2022.
Wow.
Sorry, I mean 2012.
If you don't mind sharing the band's name?
Yeah, initially I was a former member of the band called Kripa. Then Diet B's name changed to Evil Conscience. So yeah, these two bands I was mostly associated with.
Okay.
Um, then yeah, in 2012 I had to decide, okay, I have to take tattooing more seriously because it is something which requires a lot of seriousness. You know, it's not just playing around. Uh, as we are tattooing on someone's skin, that is like permanent thing. So yeah, and a lot of people were coming with requests for tattoos and all. So I thought like, okay, it's wiser to choose tattooing, and definitely music is still in me. I do it on and off. Like I have my own private studio now, where I can display whenever I.
Do you
feel like.
record or?
I don't record yet because it's been just a year and a half I started, so I'm just building myself more into that, and maybe later in future we're gonna do something.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with
let's start.
the tattoo.
Do you mind me talking over you working?
Of course not.
Okay. All right. What are the things that keep you rooted here, or like keep you in Kolkata?
Uh, to be very honest, I'm a like typical Bengali boy, you can say, and I love the culture and tradition uh, of Kolkata.
Okay.
I like uh, the art, how people are rooted to mostly art here, and it's more like a chilled city though. That's what I kind of like.
Right.
There has been a chance that I got an opportunity to move to Austria.
Austria.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I did not like because that time tattooing was quite new in our city because back then not many people were tattooing. So I wanted to grow this culture in our city more because people used to think that good tattoos we can only get from abroad, or
Right.
artists who are working abroad are the ones who are really good. I wanted to break that myth that Kolkata is a city for art, and we all have that in our blood.
Right.
So there are amazing artists from our city who are doing good in various fields. Why not tattooing?
Right. What are some common misconceptions that you had early on about tattooing? Like in my family, I have two siblings, neither of which ever got tattoos, and that's mostly because of misconceptions. Uh, some fears that were common back in the day you can talk about that you don't have to deal with now.
Yes, there were misconceptions in such a way that maybe you will not get a good tattoo if you are getting it in our country. That was like a big misconception. That one, and then definitely people used to think that only bad people get tattoos and stuff like that. So it was a taboo in that way that it's in not only in our country, in many countries it's still a taboo. A lot of people are a little skeptical when they see tattooed people on the street.
Right.
So yeah, and actually music helped me a lot to grow my tattooing thing because a lot of people knew me back then when I was into music, and they supported me, they trusted me. I'm ever forever grateful to them who have always trusted me with needles.
Right. Needles. So I mean, so some artists choose like even clothes, they choose a tapestry. You chose flesh, right? You chose the flesh of the willing.
Yeah.
What age did you think that was? You
Uh,
started in 2009, but there must have been a point where you were like, I want to go
Yeah, you can say that I made my mind up in 2009, but when I was in school, I was in 11th standard. That time, I saw one of my friend used to hand poke. Like used to
11th grade, he was.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
We were in 11th standard, and they used to he used to hand poke with fabric color and the syringe needle and all. So that was quite fascinating for me, and I always loved tattoos. Like
Right.
back then, this television shows like the LA Ink and Miami Ink has helped a lot.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I remember.
Yeah,
Yes.
that time it was. Yeah, those shows were very inspiring. We used to watch them and think like, okay, this is something nice, like doing crazy artwork on skin, and people living with that artwork for the whole life. It's kind of fascinating for me.
Right.
So that's how I always got interested in tattooing. So back then, when I was not tattooing, I used to draw with pen on skin and stuff like that. That schoolboy stuff.
Soft practice, yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta start somewhere. Right?
yeah, yeah. And yeah, then I started hand poking. Yeah, when I was in school back then, I tried few on myself first, and few of my friends were like interested. Okay, let's do it. Let's do stuff. Okay, that's how it started. Later, I inquired for the professional tattoo machines, like how can I get hold of it. And unfortunately, in India, we couldn't import stuff back then directly. So there were a supplier guy, I remember, where I inquired, and the prices he quoted was like exorbitant. Yeah, because what we used to see online, which were selling on eBay and all, if like he was charging maybe 20 times the price. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, and then I was like, no, I should wait for it, or maybe this is not something I can afford to, because money back then was difficult to get. I'm not from a very wealthy family, um, very lower middle class, you can say, and yeah, and that's how I thought of, okay, let's build up a tattoo machine by myself. And from a motor, from a toy car, and some fork and pen and all, I assembled everything together, and that came out to be a machine that I can tattoo with, a device that point of time. So yeah, in 2009 I started with that. Many of my friends, they trusted me. Okay, let's do something. And definitely I was not having tattoo ink back then, so it was all fabric color. Even I trial and tested that on myself first, and then other people. And I knew many friends who got tattooed that way before, with fabric color, and it was all safe and sound, like no problem. I thought, okay, let's do it. But I was quite aware of the cross contamination thing. I don't know how it came into me. So I know that we cannot reuse needles and stuff, and also we every time we have to change. So I made the machine in such a way that I can change the needles, and those needles were not the tattoo needles. It was like from the syringe.
Oh my God. Right.
Yeah. So I cut a fatter refill and made it shape in such a way where we can put the syringe needle in, and that moves in and out. And we need a tip.
So craftsman also.
Kind of, you can tell that, because I was also fascinated with breaking and building stuff. So
I see.
when I was kid, like my parents used to, whenever I used to get like a toy or something, I used to break it first,
And
then rebuild, and if I could fix it, I could play with it. Otherwise, like, okay, it's gone. So I have done a lot of stuff like that. I have worked as a mobile repairing guy when I was in class 7, 8 standard, because my parents had a small laundry shop that back then, and like that time, it's not the era of the smartphones. It was like the simple phones,
Right, the Nokia era.
Nokia
Yes.
and Siemens and these stuff, Motorola. Yeah, and a lot of people used to come. And we had like a placard that mobile repairing done here. I used to fix those mobiles, earn some money out of it. That's how I used to earn my pocket money back then.
I see.
Later, yeah, as I told you that I was into music and all. I learned music, and then I later became a music teacher in a school. I did that for 2 long years with uh, a salary which is like peanuts we used to get.
It still is peanuts.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a good time that I could actually transform myself,
Really focus on what you
focus on what I was doing and stuff. Later, there was a point of time that okay, I had to do something. I have to really get hold of a tattoo machine. So I I bought some kit on eBay. I shipped it to a friend's uncle's place in United States, and he then shipped it back to India.
And that's cheaper.
That's way much cheaper than the price that was quoted to me. So yeah, it was double the price what I paid for the kit, but it was still like double the price, but not 20 times.
Right.
That's when I started, like, and definitely I used to tattoo out of home. I used to visit people's place, tattoo them, and then yeah,
Give me a little history on your time with Lizard Skin. Were you there since the beginning? Uh,
yes, lizard skin is my brainchild, you can
I
say.
see.
So I used to tattoo out of my parents' bedroom because we had a very small apartment.
So this was your brand.
Yeah, but lizard skin came like 8 9 months later than I
Right.
started tattooing with like professional kit, because I think I remember I got my Chinese kit in 2010 the January. So I tattooed almost 8 months out of my parents' bedroom because we had only two rooms, like small bedroom and a passage where I used to sleep. And yeah, I've been always thankful to my parents. They have supported me in every possible way. So whenever I was tattooing out of their bedroom, they used to sleep in the kitchen, and the sacrifices they made. Yeah, being a son, like, I'm really grateful to them for what they did.
This might be a bit personal, but is there something they wanted you to, a direction in life they wanted you to go, or they were content with you really finding your own way?
My parents have always been very open-minded. As I told you earlier, mentioned that my dad is a painter. Though he was not painting at that point of time, I remember he used to be an amazing painter. He was actually got a scholarship from art college at that point of time in 80s, but he couldn't pursue it professionally because. Financially, he had to support his family as well. So he had been through a lot hardship he has faced in his life. He has done a lot of work, like, which are very grounded, and we all are proud of him, like what he has done.
Okay.
Yeah, and he wanted me to pursue painting, and they have always supported me what I have actually wanted to do in my life, but they were only is like that you should graduate at least and do whatever you want to do. So
interesting.
Yeah, I was into music. They were supporting, though it was hard for them to support financially. I do realize that point of time, and that's how I came into tattooing. Like to support my music, to support my family and stuff. So yeah, I did the music thing together for like 2 years, 2.5 years. Then later I had to switch to full-time tattooing.
What are some exciting things coming to the tattooing scene of Kolkata?
Yeah, so back then when I started, I think there were like 3 4 people in our city who were tattooing. Now I don't know, maybe 15,000 people into tattooing. That time resources were not so easy. We used to, you know, dig dipper and all to find out some references or how to do it, how to figure out stuff. Whatever I have done is like mostly self-taught. Then the conventions has helped me a lot, figuring out things
Right.
like how things work. And nowadays, if you talk about tattooing, everything is available in internet.
Right.
Like you can,
Knowledge-wise.
yeah, knowledge-wise, everything is on internet. Like someone can build a bomb, someone can do whatever they want to through the knowledge from internet, and so has become tattooing now. Everything, every knowledge is online now, and yeah, it's much easier now. Like we actually have a training academy also for people who wants to learn tattooing.
Right.
Back then there was nothing as such.
How many students do you have right now?
We are very limited to small group of people. We don't want to make it mass.
Right.
So it's always like 8 people at a time, and it's like a 6 months of tattooing course. And later, if someone wants to do an apprenticeship, they can get an apprenticeship as well.
I see.
Yeah.
And okay, unrelated to tattooing, what are some of your favorite spots in Kolkata?
Spots as in?
To eat, to visit, to, you have good memories there. I had a friend, for instance, the lake you've seen. There's a masjid behind it, and there's a bridge that connects to it.
Right,
That is
right,
his favorite place in Kolkata.
right.
Because he used to, like, we used to row. We were rowers. And we used to
Okay.
watch races there. And that was like the only time in the year everyone was together. And that's
Even
the-
I used to row.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So in school team like back then. So yeah, that's also a beautiful spot.
So some-
Not many people know about it, but
Yeah.
it's a really beautiful spot to chill out. Um, if you say my favorite spot to chill out is my own private studio, which is a music studio as well now. And I have the best view in the town. I can bet on that.
Oh, I see. Yeah, देखता होगा. Tell us a little about this convention that's happening in September. I mean, what even is a tattoo convention? What happens there, and what can we expect?
Oh yeah. So tattoo conventions are basically how trade fairs or like it's a tattoo fair where artists all over the globe they come in, and it's like a learning meeting, and it's a very healthy environment for all the artists working together. There are some healthy competitions as well, and people get to meet and greet each other. Then yeah, knowing each other and stuff, and then doing guest spots and stuff like that. That's what is tattoo convention about. And people can just random people can come in and get tattooed there, of course paying the charges and all. um, yeah, it's like a meeting point for all the artists and having a great time together. It's a community building practice, you can say.
I see. What is the main difference between tattooing, let's say post pandemic, and something that was like way back when in like 2009, 2010, when you were just starting off and there wasn't a scene in the city? How has it changed since then? And
Yeah, like when I talk about back then during the phase like 2010 to 2016 17, people there were less people who were getting tattoos, and also but they were more serious about it. They used to think a lot, and used to take time to make up their mind. So they were serious about what they're getting and why they're getting that and stuff. But nowadays it has become kind of like a easygoing thing. Getting tattoos is just mostly it's fun, not to everyone though, and and the essence is being getting diluted than before. Like there are definitely a lot of artists in the market. Definitely, we all need to understand the fact that tattooing is not about just downloading stuff and copying it on skin, because it has to be personalized, and an artist who is good with art can only customize something. Because we in Lizard Skin we definitely follow something that one tattoo should be done only once, so we don't repeat designs, we customize stuff for every person, which is very unlikely nowadays. Like if some design is there on the internet, just downloading it, putting a stencil on skin, and just going about it is like
Any Tom, Dick, and Harry.
yeah, like copying stuff is easier.
Right.
Like if you ask me the symbol that you have given, it's you have sent me a reference, but I didn't take out a stencil. I did it
Right.
freehand, so somehow it is customized.
Yes.
But I didn't want it to change the shape because that will change the complete
Yeah,
meaning.
I mean the whole point of these two are that they have
yeah.
sigils.
So as you wanted it simpler, we kept it simple. But if something around it and with some background
I'm
and
kind of
stuff,
getting into it, honestly. So we'll see.
of course,
Yeah.
something. Yeah, it's nice in that way. So people are not valuing this art nowadays like they used to value before.
Mm-hmm.
I would say because to many people they think that tattoo is tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Like why he's charging 10,000 for a tattoo? Why he's charging 1,000 for the same tattoo?
Right.
Like it's the experience.
Right.
Like we have worked our ass off, like making a design, because the main the toughest part is building a customized design every day for every client, something new. And when we are not following it, it's quite a easy job. We just put it and bam bam, that's it. So the whole thing comes with an experience.
Sales and creativity.
Yeah,
Like balancing both is always a task.
yeah, it is a task, and we definitely want to be how we are. It's not that we don't want to go to the easier way. And yeah, if you tell me, I would tell like tattoo is expensive. It cannot be cheaper with experience, because it can't be. There are a lot of health hazards that the artist goes through. We when we grow older, we'll have like balance issues with our medulla oblongata and stuff like that. Most of the tattoo artists suffer, who are into serious tattooing. They suffer with back pain and a lot of stuff. It's not an easy job as people think, as glamorous it is. So there are a lot of disciplines that need to be maintained if we are a serious tattooer.
I see. Okay.
All right, and your tattoo is also over. We can do some white highlight.
Okay, I do have another question actually while I'm here. Your tattoo inspirations. Tell me some people to watch out for in the tattoo scene, whether in India, international. Some people who really inspire you, you like their work.
Yeah, the list is actually endless, you can say.
Uh,
Being an artist, following artists like who, but
like people who've been influential.
the real inspirations, if you ask me, there has been many. So I would say Paul Booth has been one of the biggest inspiration for many tattooers in the world.
What was it?
Paul Booth.
Paul Booth.
Yeah, he's an American tattooer out of New York. He has been inspiration to many. Then Dimitri Samohin has been one of my biggest inspiration, who kind of completely changed my mind and thinking capabilities about tattoos and all.
Right.
Uh, I would mention like someone from our city, Obinandan Basu. He has been also doing great work. He's doing bongo style in that's a very new thing that he's doing. He's
Bongo
based
style.
Yeah, he's based out of Germany now.
I see.
So it's mostly like Bengali traditional art into tattooing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Hopefully, you can meet him at the Kolkata Tattoo Festival that's happening in September. So
Y'all are putting out the creative for that too as well. Yeah.
yeah. And Obi Nandan Basu, he has done the poster this year.
Right.
So he has done an amazing job on it. And there are many great inspirations from our country as well, like Lokesh, Manjeet, Samir, patange. Yeah.
Sweet. That's the first bit of color on me.
Some white.
Mm.
Though you will not see
See
it
it very
as
strong,
prominent as it is now, but definitely give a little lighter tone than your skin.
Oof.
Done? You wanna
Nice.
check out in the mirror?
Sure. And that was our interview. It was lovely sitting down with Niloy, getting a perspective on what a tattooist feels about the scene here in Kolkata. He is very much part of like the OG artists of the city. He started when I was very young, like in the early 2000s. And it's an honor. This is my second tattoo ever. Get a good look at it. It is from a video game called Bloodborne, which is one of my favorites of all time. And I'm glad I got to do something this cool. Personally, I've never interviewed someone while getting tattooed like that, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, I hope to keep introducing you to interesting people here in Kolkata and how the art scene has evolved at large. So yeah, stay tuned for the next episode. Bye bye.